Family excluded me from Sis's big day. When the wedding fell apart, my revenge trip was lit, and they got a bitter end. The message hit me hard. I just stared at the words, reading them again and again. Every word felt like a punch to my gut. Hey, just wanted to let you know the guest list is finalized, and we had to make some tough cuts. Hope you understand. Love you. Tough cuts, huh? That phrase just kept bouncing around in my head. It sounded so fake, so empty. I wasn't some long-lost cousin or an old buddy she hadn't seen in ages. I was her brother, Emily's brother. I was the one who'd always been there for her, through thick and thin, helped her out of every jam, picked her up when she was down, told her she could do it when she felt like quitting. And now I was a tough cut. I couldn't believe it. A weird, quiet laugh almost came out. This had to be some kind of mistake, right? I grabbed my phone. My mom picked up quickly, her voice all happy, like nothing was wrong. Hey, sweetie, what's going on? I didn't bother with small talk. I just got a message from Emily, I told her. She says the guest list is done, and I'm not on it. There was this pause. Just long enough. The kind of pause that tells you your gut feeling was right. Oh, honey, she sighed, using that same old tone she always did, trying to make me feel silly or like I was overreacting. It's just a wedding. Don't make a fuss. Just a wedding? A hot feeling started in my stomach, but my voice stayed super calm. Seriously, Mom? I'm her brother. How can I not be invited to my own sister's wedding? She made that tisk sound, like I was a little kid throwing a fit. It's nothing personal. They just had to keep the guest list small. Hold on, Mom. I cut her off, my words slow and clear. I just saw Emily's Instagram post. She invited 150 people. Silence. Then a fake, weak laugh. Well, you know how it is. Weddings cost a lot of money. And maybe they just figured you wouldn't care if you missed this one. Wouldn't care. That question felt like a punch. Mom, I've always been there for Emily. I helped her move twice. When she lost her job, we paid half her rent. I was the one who helped her get over her last breakup. But now I'm not good enough to be there on her big day. Oh, stop being a drama queen, my mom said with a sigh, like I was nothing. It's just one day. You're making too big a deal out of this. I laughed then, a short, empty sound. Overreacting, huh? I could see how this was gonna go, plain as day. I'd argue. She'd blow me off. Emily would say sorry later without really meaning it, and I'd be expected to just let it go, like always. But something inside me, something I didn't even know was holding up, just broke. If I wasn't good enough to be there, then fine. I wouldn't be. I hung up without saying another word. My fingers, surprisingly steady, started looking at travel websites on my phone. If I wasn't going to Emily's wedding, I was going to be somewhere way better. A vacation. The more I thought about it, the more determined I got. I'm usually not the type to get all worked up over stuff like this. I've let so much go over the years. Emily forgetting my birthday, only calling when she needed something. Mom always telling me to be the bigger person. Emily always seemed to get away with everything. But this was just too much. I wasn't just going to sit around feeling sorry for myself while my sister and the family had their happy little wedding without me. If I wasn't important enough to be there, then I sure wasn't important enough to be around when they eventually needed me for something. I opened my laptop and looked up flight times. If Emily was going to have the best day of her life, I was going to make sure I had the best week of mine. In about an hour, my plan was set. I booked an all-inclusive, 5-star resort in the Caribbean, a room with an ocean view, spa stuff, and my own private beach spot. I'd always told myself a trip like that was way too much. Not this time. This wasn't just a trip. This was me making a point. When the wedding weekend came around, I was already flying high, a glass of bubbly in my hand. The quiet hum of the first-class cabin felt really good. I picked a photo carefully, my legs stretched out, drink in hand, and put it online with a simple caption. Looks like I got cut from the guest list, but I think I'll make it. The replies came in super fast. Some cousins sent laughing emojis. Aunt Lisa, the only one in the family who usually made sense, commented, "Good for you. Should have brought me along." But the best reply, the one I was waiting for, came from my mom. 3 texts, one right after the other. Mom, where are you? My mom, are you really skipping your sister's wedding because of this? Mother, you're being immature. Immature? Huh. I was just getting started. I replied with a picture-perfect shot of the beach, white sand, clear blue ocean, and a simple caption, perfect view. Then I just turned off my phone. I wasn't going to let them make me feel bad. Not this time. For the first time in forever, I wasn't putting my family first. I was putting myself first. And that feeling, honestly, was amazing. By the time I got to this paradise place, any little bit of feeling bad was gone. The second I stepped out of the airport, the warm ocean breeze hit me, smelling like salt and pretty tropical flowers. A fancy black SUV, with cold towels and water inside, pulled up to take me to the resort. Yep, this was way better than a wedding. As we drove along the coast, a calm, good feeling settled over me. This was definitely the right choice. Back home, my family was probably all busy with wedding stuff. My mom, she was probably already thinking up reasons why I wasn't there. My sister, laughing with her bridesmaids, probably hadn't even thought about me twice. But here, I wasn't an afterthought. Here, I was the main deal. My main deal. The resort was like something from a dream. The lobby was this huge, open space with super tall palm trees, letting the ocean breeze just float through. Service was quick. They offered me a welcome drink before I even checked in. My room was seriously amazing. Big windows from floor to ceiling, my own private balcony, and a king-sized bed that looked like a cloud. I dropped my bags, stepped onto the balcony, and just took it all in. Then, just to be extra, I snapped a picture of the view and posted it. When one door closes, another one opens, hopefully to a beachside suite with endless margaritas. I knew they'd see it eventually. And honestly, I hoped they did. For once, they could feel what it was like to be left out. And I was just warming up. The first full day of my trip was pure awesome. I kicked things off with room service, fluffy pancakes, fresh fruit, coffee so good it basically ruined all other coffee for me. Then I spent the whole day just chilling and doing whatever I wanted. No chores, no family drama, just me, the ocean, and a whole lot of me time. By afternoon, I was stretched out on a comfy sunbed by the fancy infinity pool, a martini in my hand, watching the waves roll in. Every now and then, I'd peek at my phone, not for family updates, but to check out all the buzz on my vacation posts. The comments were gold. Cousin Jake hit me up. Yo, where are you even? Aunt Lisa chimed in. Okay, now you're just showing off. An old college buddy messaged, dude, hook me up next time. Finally, a notification popped up that made me smirk. Emily, saw your post. Oh, so she was paying attention now. I could just picture her, probably stuck in the bridal room, sipping on some cheap bubbly, scrolling Instagram, only to see me living my best life while she was stressing about her wedding. Good. I leaned back, took another slow sip of my drink. Enjoy your big day, sis. Hope it's everything you dreamed of. As the sun started to dip, something changed. My phone started buzzing like crazy. At first, I ignored it, figuring it was just more likes on my pics. But then I saw the names, Mom, Emily, Cousin Jake, even Uncle Rob. Call after call. Texts piling up. I raised an eyebrow, feeling a little bit curious. I finally unlocked my phone. The first message was from my mom. Mom, call me. It's an emergency. An emergency about missing the wedding? I sighed, wondering if I even cared enough to pretend to care. Then Jake's message popped up. Jake, dude, you ain't gonna believe what just went down. Now, this got my attention. I sat up, scrolled through the flood of texts, and quickly realized the universe had just handed me the best wedding present ever. Emily's perfect wedding had completely blown up. My smirk grew wider with each new message. Jake, bro, you dodged a massive bullet. Mother, call me right now. This is a family mess. Emily, please. Where are you? I need you. I stretched out on my lounge chair, took another slow sip of my cocktail, and kept scrolling. Then I saw a message that made me laugh out loud. Cousin Melissa wrote, the groom just walked out. I almost choked on my drink. The groom bailed? Oh, this was even better than anything I could have cooked up. Curiosity, that last tiny bit of me still caring, won out. I texted Jake back. Me? What do you mean he split? Jake's reply was instant. Dude, during the reception, total meltdown. He and Emily had a massive fight, and then he just walked out. Straight up left the place. Jake? Oh. And then Uncle Rob and Dad got into a yelling match about who was messing up the family's name. Grandma cried. They even shut down the bar early. It's a complete disaster. I leaned back, a real smile spreading across my face. My sister didn't want me at her wedding, thinking she didn't need me. And now, all of a sudden, I was the first person they all came running to. I could practically hear my mom's voice in my head. You need to fix this. Emily is heartbroken. Yeah, no thanks. I opened the next message. It was from Emily. Emily, answer your phone, please. I need you. Oh, so now I was important, huh? I took a deep breath, savoring the moment, and typed a single reply. Me. Sorry, I'm kinda busy enjoying my overreaction. Hope the wedding was fun. Then, calmly, I blocked her number. I blocked my mother. I even blocked Jake, just in case he got dragged into their guilt trip scheme. Then I put my phone on Do Not Disturb mode, waved over the bartender, and ordered another drink. While my family was falling apart, I was in paradise. And for once, I felt totally at peace. The next morning, I woke up to the gentle sound of waves breaking on the shore. The smell of the ocean and tropical flowers drifted through my open balcony doors. I stretched, yawned, and for a beautiful, quick moment, I almost forgot about the chaos back home. Almost. Then I looked at my phone. Even with most of my family blocked, I still had over 20 missed calls from unknown numbers. They were trying every trick in the book to reach me. Several voicemails had slipped through. Despite knowing better, I hit play on the first one. Mom's voice, frantic. I don't know what you think you're doing, but this is not the time for one of your little fits. Your sister is devastated, and we need you here. This family needs to stick together right now. I rolled my eyes, deleting it. Next voicemail. Emily, I don't understand why you're doing this. You're my brother. I need you. Please just call me back. Click. Deleted. The next one, though, made me genuinely laugh. Jake, whispering like he was hiding in a closet. Dude, Mom and Aunt Lisa are planning to show up at your apartment when you get back. Just a heads up. Also, Grandma keeps saying the wedding was cursed because you weren't there. It's hilarious. That voicemail was definitely a keeper. I tossed my phone onto the bed and stepped out onto the balcony. The sun was just starting to rise, painting the ocean in a golden glow. I inhaled deeply, letting the warmth soak in. Back home, my family was freaking out, desperately trying to save their reputation. Meanwhile, I was here, sipping espresso in a bathrobe, enjoying the best decision I'd ever made. And the best part? They were now feeling exactly what I had felt when they cut me out, unwanted, forgotten, left out. It was pretty ironic, actually, but I wasn't done yet. I picked up my phone. I snapped a picture of my breakfast, the fluffy pancakes, the fresh fruit, and a mimosa so bright it could blind someone. I posted it with a cheerful caption, starting my day chill. Hope everyone back home is doing okay. Then, just for a little extra kick, I scrolled through my blocked messages, grinning at the sheer number of missed calls, and ordered another mimosa. I had no plans to call them back. Let them clean up their own mess. I was on vacation. Around noon, I was chilling in a private cabana, drinking something fruity with a tiny umbrella in it, when my phone buzzed again. This time, it was a message from my cousin Melissa. Melissa, I know you're pissed, and you have every right to be. But you've got to hear what went down after the wedding. Call me. You're gonna love this. I raised an eyebrow. Melissa was always the sensible one. If she said it was worth hearing, it probably was. So, even though I was trying to stay out of it, I called her. She picked up right away. Oh my God, you're finally answering, she practically yelled, super excited. Okay, are you sitting down? I looked around my shady spot, the huge ocean in front of me, and the cold drink in my hand. Yeah, I'm in a pretty good place for whatever this is. Melissa laughed, a little out of breath. Okay, so after the groom bailed, Emily completely lost it. I'm not talking a few tears. I mean, she was screaming, crying, and throwing things at the wedding party. I smirked. Sounds like her. Melissa kept going, her voice full of excitement. Everyone was trying to get her to calm down. And then, Mom heard Aunt Lisa say that this whole mess could have been avoided if you had been there. I blinked. Wait, what? Melissa giggled. Yep. She said you were always the one who fixed things when Emily had a meltdown. That if you were there, you would have talked some sense into the groom or just handled everything like you always do. I started laughing. So, let me get this straight. The same family that didn't want me at the wedding is now blaming me for not being there to save it. Oh, it gets even better, Melissa said. Mom told Lisa she was being crazy. Then they started fighting, like, really loud. Then Grandma jumped in, saying Emily did this to herself because she messed with fate by not inviting her brother. I almost choked on my drink. Melissa was cracking up now. Grandma told Emily off in front of everybody, saying, if you had treated your family better, you wouldn't be standing alone in your wedding dress right now. I leaned back with a big, real smile on my face. Wow, that's just beautiful. Oh, and then, Melissa added, your mom tried to call the groom's family to make things right. His mom just smiled and said, this is your problem now. I had to put my drink down because I was laughing so hard I was afraid I'd spill it. So, I said, catching my breath, what's Emily doing now? Melissa sighed, still crying, still blaming everyone but herself. Last I heard, she was trying to come up with some backup plan to save the wedding. But honestly, there's no way she's bouncing back from this. I shook my head, still smiling. You know what the best part is? What? I took a slow sip of my drink. I don't care. Melissa laughed really loud. Honestly, I don't blame you. I just thought you'd like to know that karma's real. Oh, I love knowing that, I said, feeling really good about everything. Thanks for the update, Melissa. No problem, she said. Enjoy your trip. And just so you know, you definitely did the right thing. I hung up, feeling more satisfied than I had in a long time. They wanted a wedding without me. And now, because they were so selfish, they got a disaster instead. I lifted my drink up to the sky, like a silent toast to the best decision I ever made. Then I turned my phone off again and leaned back in my cabana. I let the beach breeze blow away any last feelings of guilt or duty. For the rest of the day, I didn't check my phone once. I went on a sunset cruise, let the warm wind blow on me, and had a fancy 5-star meal by the ocean. My family was probably still dealing with the mess from Emily's wedding disaster. I was eating the best steak I'd ever had. At one point, I thought, maybe I should feel bad for her. Then I remembered how easily she cut me out of her life. Nope. I took a slow sip of my wine. I took one last picture of the amazing view and posted it with just one caption, 0 regrets. Finally, with a happy smile, I turned my phone off again. Let them deal with it. I was done being their plan B. The next morning, I woke up feeling lighter than I had in a long, long time. I didn't feel guilty. I wasn't stressed out. There were no last-minute family problems that I had to fix. It was just me, the steady, calming sound of the waves, and a whole day ahead with nothing planned but relaxing. I stretched, ordered some food to my room, and just because I was a little curious, I turned my phone back on. That was a big mistake. A second later, my phone blew up with notifications. Mom, you need to stop being a baby and call me. Emily, I can't believe you're doing this to me. You're so selfish. My mother again. This isn't funny. Emily is heartbroken. Do you even care? Unknown number, probably my aunt. We need to fix this family before it's too late. I groaned and shook my head. It was kind of amazing how fast they went from ignoring me to expecting me to fix everything. Then one message caught my eye. Melissa, okay, I know you're ignoring everyone, but please read this. Your mom is trying to get the family together for a talk when you get back. Just giving you a heads up. I almost laughed out loud. Oh, they really thought I was just going to come back like nothing happened. Like I just walked back into their drama, let them make me feel guilty, and pretend none of this ever happened. Nope, not a chance. I quickly texted Melissa back. Me. Thanks for the warning, but I won't be there. Melissa. Wait, what do you mean? Me. I'm staying on my trip longer. They wanted to cut me out. Fine, I'm cutting myself out for good. I could almost see her face, a mix of surprised and amused. A few seconds later, she texted back. Melissa, okay, that's legendary. Tell me everything when you get back, whenever that is, LOL. I grinned, put my phone down, and grabbed my laptop. With just a few clicks, my trip was officially longer, a whole other week. No family, no drama, no forced family talks, just me and the quiet rhythm of the ocean. They had never really let me have any peace. And the best part? There was nothing they could do about it. Before I went to the beach, I sent one last, short text to my mom and Emily. Oh, so now you want me around? Sorry, I'm too busy enjoying my vacation. Have fun cleaning up your own messes. Then, for the last time, I blocked their numbers. I put my phone down, ordered another drink, and let the warm sun soak into my skin. I didn't feel guilty. I wasn't stressed, had no regrets, just a deep, peaceful feeling. And it was the best decision I'd ever made. And the best part was, now they were feeling what I had felt when they cut me out, unwanted, forgotten, and left out. It was kind of like poetry, really. But I wasn't done yet. I grabbed my phone. I took a picture of my breakfast, fluffy pancakes, fresh fruit, and a mimosa so bright it could blind someone, and posted it with this caption, "Starting my day stress-free. Hope everyone back home is doing okay." Then, just for kicks, I looked through my blocked messages, smiled at all the missed calls, and ordered another mimosa. I wasn't going to call them back. Let them clean up their own mess. I was on vacation. By noon, I was chilling under a private cabana, sipping a tropical drink with an umbrella in it, when my phone buzzed again. This time, the message was from cousin Melissa. "Melissa, okay, I know you're mad, and you have every right to be, but you have to hear what happened after the wedding. Call me. You're going to love this." I raised an eyebrow. Melissa has always been the only cousin with a brain. If she said I needed to hear something, it was probably worth my time. So, against my better judgment, I called her. She answered on the first ring. "Oh my God, you're finally answering," she said, so happy she could barely contain it. "Okay, are you sitting down?" I looked around my shady cabana, the huge ocean in front of me, with a cold drink in my hand. "Yeah, I think I'm in a good place for whatever this is." Melissa let out a laugh, a little out of breath. "Okay." After the groom left, Emily had a total meltdown. And I don't just mean a few tears. I mean, yelling, crying, and throwing stuff at the wedding party. I smirked. "Sounds about right." Melissa went on, her voice bubbling with excitement. Everyone was trying to calm her down. Then Mom heard Aunt Lisa suggest that the whole disaster could have been avoided if you'd been there. I blinked. "Wait, what?" Melissa giggled. "Yes, she was saying that you've always been the one to fix things when Emily freaks out. That if you were there, you would have talked some sense into the groom or handled everything like you always do." I busted out laughing. "So, let me get this straight. The same family that banned me from the wedding is now blaming me for not being there to save it." "Oh, it gets better," Melissa said. "Mom told Lisa she was being ridiculous, and then they started fighting loudly. Then Grandma got involved, saying Emily brought this on herself because she messed with the universe by not inviting her brother." I almost choked on my drink. Melissa was cackling now. Grandma lectured Emily in front of everyone, saying, "If you had treated your family better, you wouldn't be alone in your wedding dress right now." I leaned back, smirking. "Wow, that's beautiful." "Oh," and then Melissa said, "Your mother tried to call the groom's family to fix things. His mother just smiled and said, 'This is your issue now.'" I had to put my drink down before I spilled it from laughing so hard. "So," I said, catching my breath, "where does that leave Emily?" Melissa sighed, still crying, still blaming everyone but herself. "Last I heard, she was trying to save the wedding with some kind of backup plan. But let's be honest, she's not going to bounce back from this." I shook my head, grinning. "You know what the best part is?" "What?" I took a slow sip from my drink. "I don't care." Melissa roared with laughter. "Honestly, I don't blame you. I just thought you'd appreciate knowing that karma did its job." "Oh, I love knowing that," I said, smirking. "Thanks for the update, Melissa." "No problem," she replied. "Enjoy your trip. And for the record, you did the right thing." I hung up, feeling more satisfied than I had in years. They wanted a wedding without me. And now, because of their own selfishness, they had a disaster instead. I grabbed my drink and raised it to the sky, and I toasted to the best decision I've ever made. Then I turned off my phone and leaned back in my cabana. Let the beach air sweep away the rest of my shame. For the rest of the day, I didn't even look at my phone. Instead, I booked a sunset cruise, let the warm breeze just wash over me, and had a fancy 5-star meal by the ocean. My family was probably still trying to clean up the mess from Emily's wedding disaster. I was busy enjoying the best steak I've ever had in my life. For a second, a thought popped into my head. Maybe I should feel sorry for her. Then I remembered how she cut me out without even thinking twice. No. I took a slow sip of my wine. I took one last picture of the amazing view and posted it with a single caption, "Zero regrets." Finally, with a happy smile on my face, I turned my phone off again. Let them stress about it. I was done being their backup plan. The next morning, I woke up feeling lighter than I have in years. There was no guilt. There was no stress. There were no last-minute family emergencies that I had to solve. It was just me, the sound of the waves, and a whole day with nothing to do but rest. I stretched, ordered room service, and just because I was curious, I turned my phone back on. That was a big mistake. In a few seconds, my phone absolutely blew up with notifications. "Mom, you need to stop acting like a child and call me." "Emily." I can't believe you're doing this to me. You are so selfish. My mother. This isn't funny. Emily is heartbroken. Do you even care? Unknown number, probably my aunt. We need to fix this family before it's too late. I groaned and shook my head. It was kind of shocking how quickly they went from completely ignoring me to expecting me to fix everything. Then one message caught my eye. Melissa, okay, I know you are ignoring everyone, but please read this. Your mother is trying to get the family together for a discussion when you get back. Just a heads up. I almost laughed out loud. Oh, they really thought I would just come back as if nothing ever happened. Like I'd just walk right back in, let them guilt trip me, and pretend the whole thing never went down. Yeah, not gonna happen. I quickly texted Melissa back. Me. Thanks for the warning, but I won't be there. Melissa. Wait, what do you mean? Me. I'm extending my trip. They wanted to cut me out. Okay, so I'm cutting them out completely. I could almost picture her reaction, a mix of being shocked and amused. A few seconds later, she replied, Melissa, okay, that's iconic. Tell me everything when you get back, whenever that is, LOL. I grinned, put my phone down, and grabbed my laptop. With a few clicks, my trip was officially extended for another whole week. No family, no drama, no forced family talks, just me and the water. They never let me have any peace. And the best part was, they couldn't do a thing about it. Before heading to the beach, I sent one last text to Mom and Emily. Oh, so now you want me around? Sorry, I'm too busy enjoying my vacation. Have fun cleaning up your own messes. Then for the last time, I blocked their numbers. I put my phone down, ordered another drink, and let the sun warm my skin. There was no guilt. There was no stress, no regrets, just total peace, and it was the best decision I've ever made. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around. Lesson: in life, it's easy to get caught up in the idea of being the bigger person or always putting others first. But sometimes, you have to take a step back and recognize your own worth. The truth is, when people repeatedly neglect, overlook, or take you for granted, it's okay to put yourself first. The story shows that when I stopped trying to be the person to fix everything, when I took a stand for myself and walked away from family drama, I found peace and clarity. Sometimes, the most empowering thing you can do is to stop caring about how others expect you to react and start living life on your terms. It's not about being petty, it's about self-respect. And guess what? Life has a funny way of showing you that your decision was right, even if others don't see it right away.